Great deliverance from evil soul, Polishing Academy, Aliens in Your Soul, the truth about truth, Return to Christ 3, the secret inheritance, who blocks you from it and how to get it. The battle for your soul, ancient ancestor wisdom for advanced hyperdimensional spiritual warfare. Summertime 2025, all the way live, banging directly on the legion of demonic creatures who have been hosting the civilian public and hosting who they can host, so they cannot make their transcendence and awaken at this time to their Akashic records to code their DNA. The rays of light, the rays of information, they try to block every which way they can, and these are the creatures that have no soul or spirit and feed on that which does have a soul or spirit, or which could cultivate one, are the sources of your stresses, your anxiety, pain, depression. All of your afflictive emotions are sponsored by the creatures, not the ones you see there, but by the ones you cannot see that host the civilian public through the ether. Okay, solid, liquid, gas, and plasma being manipulated, electrons, protons, and neutrons being manipulated and inverted due to keep the people who are in existence in the space-time continuum from making the transcendence to understanding themselves. They don't want you to understand yourself and your purpose, and they want to direct your energy flow. This is why they try to confuse you with different types of things and try to control the flow of religion and who gives you the explanation of the religions and the spiritual systems, because they do not want you to have clarity, clear light or insight or direct perception into reality, because like I told you, they have a gain of function agenda, MK Ultra, mind control, blue beam, mockingbird agenda to control reality, which they curse themselves. Okay, we living in a constitutional republic, and it's important to know the difference between that and the democracy. You're in a constitutional republic as sovereign citizens. Curses on any anti-American, anti-constitutional, treasonous, traitorous, incompetent, counterproductive, demons. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. It's we, the people, banging for quality of living and, increased life expectancy.
So I sent everyone away because I believe my final moment was at hand. Before you pull that trigger and take my life, I would like the chance to tell you some things, perhaps to think about after I'm gone. Don't worry about me stalling. My people have orders to lead me to my studies for another 15 minutes. I will only take 5. Can you bear with me? Will you? Then make up your mind. Today marks the change of not only a new year, but a new millennium. Take a look around. The majority of the youth roam the streets, dealing in drugs, sex, and violence, thinking these things have no real effect on life. Crimes without real punishment. An uncaring, unfeeling generation without knowledge of self. This is the future of our nation, the future of our people. Do you think hatred and evil will go unpunished? The world is now feeling the heat from flames it has kept burning since the beginning of civilization. You represent that fire. You and I are just a small part of God's plan. The evil men of this world have applied every method possible to deceive its occupants, and each time with greater success than anticipated. But no more. Tonight, with this new millennium, God will begin to overcome this evil. The truth to the people. Without truth, nothing is sacred. The lie, that's what the devil is all about. Brother, you know that already, because that's why you're here. What the hell? fears, we all play a grave role in our own destruction. Your money, your lifestyles, the things that people value and covet so dearly are the bait that lures them out of the light. Where the fuck get that in change? Give cash. Through the love of others, I have power. The truth gives me this. Those that fear me send you here to murder all that I say. They use what you fear against you. Your fear of death, your fear of imprisonment. Where in this world is anyone safe from death? You see the lies you've been told? The path you take is not your own.
Now you turn around, bitch! You calling up what I'm saying? What you just did to me? I hate you! I hate you!
Have you ever thought about how precious a life is to create? How loosely and easily it has been for you to take away. Brother, help me. Help me to do what's right. Help me to stop the slaughter of our children. Help me to put an end to the disrespect and the dishonor of our most valuable resource, the black woman. Help me to put an end to the destruction of the young mind through the use of drugs, alcohol. Help me to build up a population of great thinkers, people who create change through thoughtfulness and spirituality. Will you choose that truth? Will you? Will you choose the light over the darkness? Once I found out the clock was ticking, see the clock was sticking. Now I'm killing it. It's revenge. It's all they can think about in the end. But I'm going on revenge. Burn till I sandwich. Born by myself, die by myself. These trees. And if you don't know what it's gonna be in the end, you got this 3, 2, 1. Amen. Drop the gun! Hold it, stay where you are. Will you choose life? It's time. It's time, man. It's time. Lamar, where's my Harper's? Say what? Harper's, the new issue. You didn't say that when you said a New Republic, an Atlantic, and a new something else. I did not forget to tell you Harper's. Every week I tell you the same shit, and every week you forget half of what I say. Tomorrow, first thing you go down to the newsstand and you get Harper's. And The Nation, too, which you also managed to forget. You know what the most dangerous thing in America is, right? Nigga with a library card.
Okay, we're going to your secret inheritance of what's been hidden from you. Some of the catalyst inhibitor and the minimum strategy and the phallus myths of the group are going outside of the social myths. And that is onto-intelligence, individual intelligence, belonging, group actions. This helps you to manage boundaries and managing possibilities. Okay, the goal is expansion, security, and freedom, and you do that with constructive intelligence, synergetic intelligence, conservative intelligence, and reactive intelligence. It is the Etherian factor of our ancestors. We are the Etherians, solid gas, liquid. You understand? We are the collective soul, the return of the Christ. It's fragmented because they try to destroy the Christ and look for that type of energy to return as solo when it's the ether, you know what I mean, the nuclear. We the Etherians, the children of the All, who incarnated into the form of the Anunnaki, which is known as the Elohim Alakum Netaru, to the ancient Tamarans. Extraterrestrials are simply the extraterrestrials, the Mala'ik. Okay, the Etherians are the higher form, and then you have the Ajiji, who are the higher priests of the Etherians, and you have the Neteru. And if the 360 degrees of the disagreeable are conquered here, the Neteru becomes Etherian again. You are human. Your body consists of solid body, liquid blood, and gas oxygen. When you die, you return to the gas, which is the ether. Ashe Odiyeye Sutek Ma'atra Atra Ursa Ma'atra, okay? September Mariaman, okay? Straight up and down. So the solar boats of the celestial Nile, the Noah's Ark, which is really Khufu's Ark, the Ark of the Covenant, which is really people of colors, Akashic records coded in their DNA, fragmented, so if they destroy one, the others have it coded in their DNA to wake up and save the space-time continuum with the information that is the codes or ray codes or tomb ray codes and the 10 ray codes of your heavenly mother and your heavenly fathers, which you have multiples in different dimensions. They're like fathers and mother energies of different dimensions, if you can visualize that. Okay, so it goes beyond the understanding, and all the false teachers have led you astray and should have been, well, they didn't have the knowledge because they accepted the wages of iniquity, so it leads itself away from them because they wanted the 501c3 churches and type of organizations which are there to lead you astray and stick to the narrative agenda of the gain of function research, narrative. The Wajet of the ancestors, that is the reptilian complex, okay? That is control over your, that's control over your instincts, control over your human mind, and that's why we always show the Wajet. That is the real reptilian complex, okay? White folks and all that leading you astray, and we don't want to talk to them about certain matters because they want to run with it, like Mandela effect and the circular archetypes, dealing with the energies in the magical circle, symbolizing unity of life or leaving the cyclic existence of birth, aging, sickness, and death. That is what the other religions and spiritualities also speak about, but they got that from ancient ancestors from Nubia. Okay, Nubia, ancient melanated ancestors from the land. Okay, and the world was once all Nubia because it was connected in certain type of ways under the water and on top of the water. And the caveman Neanderthal wasn't around long enough. They're the children of the psychic existence in the ethereal realm because they've never broke on through to the other side, as they say, on a spiritual level. They haven't got there yet. They haven't graduated yet. Our people come from beyond there, and there's no way, that the people that did this to your ancestors could show you the way to heaven. They haven't found their way yet. You know what I mean? Straight up. Okay, we used to venerating our man and the women. We have man and the woman on the throne. We knew what genders were. We knew what, the man's tools were and what the women's tools were. We knew they had different purposes and different strengths and different weaknesses, all right? And we complemented each other just like we complement each other now. So the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Those who cannot conquer racism and hatred of the indigenous people and the original people are blocking their own salvation and have coded layers of racism and hatred in society over generations after generations, when the Christ and the return of it is the collective soul, the chrysamelos of information crystallizing in your mind. That is the return of the Christ. Khnum, one of our fathers, is the potter's wheel of creation. Okay? Lord of Destiny, one of the Lords of Destiny, creation of man. Now the culture vultures in the Interpretatio Graeca crowd, they had Esau and Jacob's ladder and Esau dealing with the DNA and all that. That's culture vulturism. You see what I'm saying? And they inverted the meaning of that to try to take control of it and then insert whatever behaviors that they like for their culture demographic. But Father Khnum Atumbre is one of the heavenly fathers of Nubia and of existence, dealing with the space-time continuum. And dealing with your secret inheritance, we're going to go further into your own self-healing. There is something for all races, white, Asian, black, Latino. We're going to get into it.